Hi Anusha,
Hi.
can you mute your mic?
Sure.
Yeah. Today I'm going to take a demo class on Selenium. Before learning any technology or tool, one should question themselves for two questions. One is what is the tool, and second is why is that tool. Okay. Coming to what is Selenium part, in simple words, it is a web automation tool. I will try to simplify this with a simple example. If I ask you to log in into Gmail, what will you do? You will open a browser, you will open gmail.com, you will enter your email ID, and then you will enter the password, and you will click on sign in button, right? So you did three actions. Instead of doing those actions manually, if you write a program to do the same, that is known as web automation. Okay, a tool or script will do the task on behalf of you. Okay, this is about what is Selenium. Now, why is Selenium? Is the Selenium only tool available in the market to do web automation? Absolutely not. There are other tools like QTP, Telrik, and few other tools are there. Then why people are looking for Selenium? Why everyone is looking towards it? The first and foremost reason is it's a open source. Since it is cost free, many startup companies are looking for it. You don't need to pay even single penny for it, right? So definitely people will look for it. And the second reason is, unlike other tools, it supports popular operating systems like Windows, Linux. Okay, if I write a code in Windows Mission, I can run the same code in Linux too. I don't need to write two different codes for two operating systems. If I write a code in Windows and if it doesn't work in Linux, it's a waste of my time, right? I need to re-implement it again for Linux operating system. If I release a product or if I release a website, that should work in all operating systems, right? So I need to test my website or application in all operating systems. So if I write a code in one operating system and it is working in other operating system too, then I will be benefited. Okay, I don't need to rewrite the test cases again and again for operating systems. That is the second reason. And the third reason is it supports all popular browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, etc. The same thing will be applicable here. If I release a product or website or application, if it works on Chrome, I cannot say that it will work on Firefox. I cannot say that it will work on Internet Explorer. I have to test them in the remaining browsers too. I don't need to uh, test only on one browser. I have to test it on multiple browsers before releasing it into the market. So I need to repeat the same test cases again and again. If I write a test script for one browser and if it works only in that browser, then I have to rewrite them for other browsers, right? Again, it's a waste of time. But if I write a program in one browser and if it is applicable for all other browsers, then it will save a lot of time for me. Selenium is doing the same here. Okay, if you write a code once, then you can run the same code in all browsers. You can run it on Chrome, you can run it on Firefox, you can run it on Internet Explorer. Okay, that is the third advantage. And lastly, it supports many programming languages. If you take QTP, you have to write the script in VB script. If you take a tool Telray, then you have to write the code in C sharp. But here, Selenium supports many popular programming languages like Java, .NET, Ruby, Python, Perl, etc. Okay, so it is not restricting the end user to develop the code in one particular language. Okay, so based on your skill set, you will choose one of the language and you will go ahead with the script development. Okay, these are all the advantages it has. That's why everyone is looking towards Selenium nowadays. Okay, till now is it clear, Anusha?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good. Before explaining you the course content, I will show you a simple code what I have already developed. Okay, I told you Selenium is a web automation tool. Using that we can automate it, right? We can automate test cases, right? Yeah. To make it more clear, what will you become at the end of this course? I will show you this example. Okay. After completing this course, you will be in a position to develop these kind of test scripts. So this is one of the test scripts what I have already developed. Okay. First, I will explain this manually on a browser. So I'm testing flipkart.com. I'm a tester in flipkart.com. Okay. So if you open flipkart.com, I'm choosing a t-shirt. I'm planning to buy. I chose a brand. I chose a t-shirt. I'm selecting size and I'm adding to the cart. Before clicking on this add to cart button, see the cart count, it is 0, right? If I click on add to cart button for one item, then definitely the cart count should increase. Okay, the cart count should increase. So there are 3 items. That's why showing the cart count as 3. So if I click on add to cart button, definitely the cart count should increase. So that is my test case. If I do all these steps manually, that is known as manual testing. Now I will show you a script that will do the same. Okay. So this is the script I have written. At the end of this course, you will be in a position to develop these kind of scripts. So let me run it. So it is also doing the same. And see, it clicked on add to cart. That's where the cart count became 1, right? The cart count became 1. So it will check whether the cart count is 1 or not using this statement. And the test is passed. That's why it is coming in green color. Okay. So to develop these script, you need 3 technologies. One is Java, and second is JUnit, and third is Selenium. I will show you how will we go ahead with this course by explaining the course content. Okay, this is the course content. If you see here, the first 5 sessions we will discuss on Java. Okay, we will not discuss the entire Java. We will only go through the required concepts in Java for Selenium automation. Okay, the constants, classes, objects, methods, hooks, concepts, collections, exception handling. These are all the topics we need for Selenium automation. So we will discuss on that in the first 5 sessions. Then in the next 2 sessions, we will discuss on JUnit. JUnit will help us for two purposes. One is for assertions. I showed you, right? After clicking on add to cart button, the count should be 1. Okay, that verification you can do through JUnit. This assertion you can do it through JUnit. That is one thing. So at the end of the automation, you need to verify for something, right? Those verification you can do it through JUnit. That is one purpose. And the second purpose is in real time, what will happen? Managers don't bother about the technology in which you have developed the test cases. Okay, they will look only for reports. Okay, they don't ask you in which platform, in which language you have developed the test cases. They will ask you how many test cases you have executed, how many of them are passed, and how many are failed. Okay, simple. So to generate these reports, we need JNet. Okay, we will use JNet for that purpose. It will do these two things. It will perform validations for us and it will generate the reports that we can share with our managers. So we will discuss on JNet for two sessions. I will explain you what kind of assertions we have and how can we generate reports and all. I will tell you. Then we will go ahead with Selenium. There are several components in Selenium. Those are Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, and Selenium WebDriver. Currently, everyone are using Selenium WebDriver, so we will concentrate completely on it. So I will explain you how can we identify the elements on the web page, how can we automate the actions like click, right click, double click, typing some text into the text fields, how can we handle pop-up windows, how can we handle select boxes, how can we wait for the elements on the page. These are all things we will discuss during this course. And in the middle of the sessions, I will give you few exercises to practice. Okay, if you go through them perfectly, you will get a good command on this tool. Okay, and at the end of the course I will explain you how can we develop frameworks on top of Selenium. Okay, there are mainly three kind of frameworks: keyword driven, data driven, hybrid. Okay, what does it mean by each framework and how can we develop these frameworks on top of Selenium? I will explain you. Okay, yeah, that's it from my side. Do you have any queries?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Will you help me out with any questions or material, like to clear the interviews?
Yeah, I got your question. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I trained so many people till now. So most of my students came from manual testing background. uh,
Okay.
Most of them asked this question: can you help me in tracking the interviews and all? So I designed this blog. I have a blog called seleniumtuitions.weebly.com. Okay,
Okay.
so there is a page named notes. Here you can find the material. At the end of the class, I will tell you what are all the articles you need to refer in this page. Can you mute your mic, Anusha? I'm getting some noise.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. If you have any doubt, you can unmute and ask me. Yeah. So in the notes page, you will find all the material for the classes. Along with this, I have a page, videos. In this, I placed all the recordings of my previous sessions. So if you wanna go through the class again for future reference, you can come to this place and you can verify them. I have recordings of all my classes here. And in the exercises page, for more practice, you can go through this. Okay, for helping my students uh, with the right examples, I I designed this page. Okay, here you can find many tasks that you can do. during this course. Along with all this, for helping my students in cracking interviews, I have placed all popular questions in this interview page. So here you can find the popular interview questions on Selenium. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So are you good?
Yeah, I'm good with your demo class. I'll
Yeah.
call you and let you know when I'll join the class.
Okay then. Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.